Welcome to another TFT Galaxy podcast, where we high press on the news and the tactics of the club we love, the LA Galaxy. Today we're covering our big 3-1 win versus Charlotte, looking ahead to this weekend at Colorado, and taking a look at some other general Galaxy news. I'm Eric.
I'm Chris.
How we doing?
Fantastic.
Well, you should say great, because last weekend last time you said I'm doing great because we haven't lost, and we still haven't lost.
No, but I upped it to fantastic because we won. So not only have we not lost, we've actually won a game.
We have won.
Yep.
In our first, couple games.
Well, this is our second game, and we got a win and a draw. In 2 games last year, I think we didn't have a point. So.
And we were kind of negative Nancy's last game, And
yes, we were, because
optimistic negative Nancy's. Is that such a thing? Maybe.
Well, we'll make it a thing.
We'll make it a thing. So the screen's not there, and that's not great. But it is now.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our starting lineup against Colorado.
No, that was
Charlotte. So Mitrovic in goal, Yoshida, Glesnes at center back. Remember, Garces was red carded. Aude on the left, Yamane on the right, Paintsel and Peck on the outsides, of course, Klaus up top, and we went with a midfield 3 of Cerrillo, Winder, and Sanabria.
Yeah, Edwin Cerrillo making his his season debut tonight since he had the suspension.
2 games and 2 suspended players so far.
Woohoo! we're really doing it.
Yeah, so that's how we lined up. And before the game kicked off, I was kind of excited for this. This is the kind of thing I really wanted to see. In terms of this midfield, I had a feeling it was going to be Yoshida, Glesnes anyways.
Yeah.
I didn't. My son was kind of hoping for Hawk Glesnes. I didn't see that happening. Just because Hack, we've been playing. Did I say Hawk?
Yes, you did.
Well, I meant Hack. Hack, we've been playing at the pivot position preseason, every game.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're ever going to see him at the center back position. Doesn't look like it's in the cards right now, at least.
It might be in potentially emergency times.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure emergency,
possible.
but clearly he's not going in over Yoshida at this point. And I was really excited to see this middle 3, though. Cerrillo, Sanabria, Winder, no Royce. And I didn't.
Right there. He's having an episode. Hold on.
Well, Chris, we didn't miss him, and I don't want to I know that sounds bad, but we didn't miss him.
No, and I'm gonna take a little bit of credit, because I want to jump straight into the first goal because Sanabria scored it.
Okay. Let me pull up the first goal.
Pull up the first one. Well, hold on. So before we get to the part where I'm going to give Sanabria credit, would you like to watch it, or I'm going to take the credit for Sanabria?
Sure.
Let's watch it.
You just want? I'll just hit play.
Yeah.
Let's just watch it. Before you take credit for Sanabria.
Yeah. Such a good ball.
I don't even know if Sanabria comes into play here. Oh, wait. Never mind.
I don't know what you're talking about. He scores the goal.
There we go. Okay.
So if this clip were longer on the front end, what you would see is just the normal Galaxy buildup. Okay, so even before this, it was just the normal buildup. We're in our own half still, and just going through it. And Aude, right? I put on here. Aude realizes, oh, wait a second. I play for the LA Galaxy. So what do I have to do? Well, we're in our build-up play. So what? Charlotte, here you go. Here's the ball. Right? Right there. He just goes, wait a second. We can't keep this ball. Take it. And then just run it my back line. But then Edwin Cerrillo goes, no. I'm in now, and I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen. And then very, very strange. Very strange. Do you know what this? This is a guy in a Galaxy shirt playing. What is that? A long diagonal ball? It It can't be, right?
Hmm.
Run it.
Well, it is kind of interesting. So, are you saying he's going to not do that?
No, normally what we've seen in here. Hold on, keep it right here for a second. Normally what we've seen, that's what he does.
Right.
Normally what we've seen is he'd either go right there, or even back again, or all the way
Or
back to the
possibly even here.
yeah, or the guy that has someone on his back, or back to where it came from and said, "Aude, you gave it away once, but I got it back. Maybe we have to give it away again." But no, he plays a big long diagonal ball into a ton of space.
And a 2v1. That's going to be one of my points. I'll highlight this later too.
But I'm saying this, and then so in the build-up play, we tried to give it away. We won it back, play a big long diagonal ball, and it turns into a goal.
I hate this, by the way, too. This camera cut, this new.
Oh, where it cuts
now
to
I
him.
can't see any runs off the
Yeah.
ball. Nothing. I hate this new shot that is popping up in soccer, where you're just showing the guy on the ball.
Yeah.
He's passed it. You don't even know where this runs at. You don't see it till now.
Yeah,
It's kind of annoying.
And a great ball in. Now we've been saying, Peck needs to be more clinical when he finishes. This one is rough because a few inches to the right, and this
There it
hits the
is.
post and goes
Bing,
in,
Bing, bing.
and then Sanabria following it up for a goal. So yeah, my main point for this one, my main point of two, is the build-up play, we gave it away. But then Cerrillo takes over and just says, "No, give me this ball back. This is what we need to do." And he plays it big and long on the diagonal to a runner, and it leads to something good.
It does. Vertical play.
Yeah. Holy cow. And I think I spent most of last episode talking about how we need to adapt and at least try it. Whether it comes off or not, try it. Hey, we tried it and it came off. Holy cow. It can be done, guys. That's point number one. That is very TFC approved. 1000%. Yes.
Okay.
The second point, this is where I'm going to take credit because we were talking last episode about who can be that box to box guy. And I said, well, if Marco Reus is our guy who has the vision, he has the technical ability, he has all that stuff from a more advanced role. And we were kind of going back and forth, and I said, Sanabria could be that box to box guy. Ta-da!
He's up there pretty high in that
He's
front
literally
line.
in
Love that.
one of the boxes.
Love it. I love
and scoring a goal.
Imagine, honestly, if he was on the bench and Royce was on, I don't know if Royce would be pushing this high, making this run. I don't know. Not so much a dig against Royce, but Sanabria does a really good job of getting into this attack and putting himself in a good position.
Yeah. So that's the credit I'm going to take because I said Sanabria can be our box to box midfielder. We just need to see him more, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yep.
Let's take a look at goal 2. Let's just play this, and it feels like we're jumping ahead, right? Let's take a look at goal 2. Nah.
We literally only jumped like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally 3 minutes after we score our second goal. This one starts with winning the ball in midfield, playing out wide, and Peck goes out his guy again and into Klaus.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Look at that.
But
Now,
again, look at the good things that happen when you win a ball in this position. And Galaxy weren't doing that very often.
No, but you know what? So I started my notes a little bit further, about 30 seconds further than this because
Before this?
Yes. And Maya Yoshida actually tries. He it's almost like something clicked in his brain, and he said, "Huh, a big long ball out to the wing or into the channel worked the first time. Let me try this again." And he actually tried it. Didn't come off. Okay. And we had Yamane pressed high and everything. And when I saw Zaha get this on the break, I was like, oh, crap. This could be bad. And then he plays the ball inside. But then once again, Edwin Cerrillo said, nah. And like what white blood cells do a disease, swarmed it, got the ball. And he said, I think, was it Cerrillo that played that ball again? Or was it Sanabria this time?
Well, how about I open my music and...
No.
It's Sanabria.
It's Sanabria. Okay. But again, one of the two said, no. Let's try this again. Second bite of the cherry. We get it out to Peck. And another.
Nice scissor here.
Yeah.
Nice scissor to take him on. Got that little bit of space. I thought he shot this initially because I literally sit right here.
Yeah. It's from
I
your
thought
angle.
I'm like, oh, he shot that. But when you look at the replay, he definitely
Oh,
crosses
no,
that.
that is 1,000% across.
So that I'm gonna just look at that. I mean, look at that big man. Look at that big man coming in.
So-
Look at that.
So number one, we have a pure target forward again.
Yep.
And all you need to do is feed the big man. And what's he going to do? He's going to provide. He's going to provide you with goals. You feed him, and he's going to put the ball in the back of the net.
Love it.
Fantastic. And then the second one, this is on. So we saw something that Peck has done multiple times, especially when he was scoring goals in 2024, even last year, cutting inside, getting shots off in the first one. That's typical inverted winger play we've seen from both of them. This shows that, hey, I can be inverted, but I can also play as a serviceman and just put a ball in the box. Boom. A little adaptability.
So are you giving Greg Vanney some credit?
You know what? One thing that I have to do is yes, because we aren't there for training to hear what to see or hear what they're working on. We aren't in the pre-match.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't in the dressing room pre-match to hear what he talked about. We don't really hear, at least from where either of us sit. We can't really hear instructions being given. All you can say is, yeah, with this many people doing it, potentially, hey, look to break out. So
Look pretty good.
it looked fantastic.
And then the last goal, I mean, is just Klaus. I mean, Klaus is going to help so much in the fact that he just works so hard. And again,
he does.
One of the things we said last year, and we've been talking about for months now, is show some fight, some passion. I love that Klaus is showing fight and showing that passion.
And this one, so I looked a little previously, in the build up to that goal. Okay. Once again, so build up play like normal, except it was Glesnes that we saw we saw Glesnes do this last week, hit a big diagonal ball to Peck, or not Peck. He hit it to Joseph Paintsel, plays it to Aude. Aude in typical Aude form, literally played this ball straight out of bounds.
Hey there.
That was a fact.
I like Aude.
Congratulations. He played the ball straight out of bounds.
Okay.
And then luckily Charlotte was a little lackadaisical, and then it led to that. But it just showed on all three of them. Okay. Obviously more direct in the first two than the third one, but the big forward balls work. It's almost like they looked around and said, guys, this build-up play isn't working.
It's also, I think that's one thing for sure. I think another thing is also, and the Galaxy haven't been great at this in preseason, and especially in the games we struggled with, is how high they're starting to win the ball up the field. Mm-hmm. When you have to start from your own 18 every time you win a ball, if it has to go from Glesnes to Klaus or Peck or Paintsel every time, I mean, you're not going to create a lot of chances. But if you have Cerrillo, Sanabria, Winder, Royce, if you have these guys winning the middle and they're winning the ball and they're already kind of in that middle third, the attack is so much easier, man.
Yes. And partially on devil's advocate, it's 2 games in. We
Sure.
don't know how good Charlotte's going to be this year.
I don't think they're going to be very good.
Okay. And again, we may have caught them on the best part of their to catch them.
But with that comes the caveat is who is going to be very good is NYCFC.
Mm-hmm.
And we tied them 1-1, and they won this past weekend pretty convincingly.
Yeah. So
I mean, the scoreline wasn't convincing, but the performance was.
Mm-hmm.
I think they won 2-1, but they dominated again, and we tied them. And I think Charlotte is not a great team, but to be fair, we dispatched them, pretty early and did our job.
Yeah.
So
and my fear is that it just goes back to that if player movement or player rotation could take us back to what happened in the two Champions Cup games and the NYC game. I'm so nervous.
I think that midfield did a good job because it was more mobile. And I think what really helped us this game, and I'm not sure if this fell in to our tactics or if the players kind of modified those tactics once they realized what was happening. And I think I told you this earlier. So I sit right in front of, in the first half, it was Peck. So Peck and Yamane's side. And Zaha was on that side. And we were talking before the game to my son. I was like, oh, yeah. I remember Arsenal tried to sign Zaha like for many years. Yeah. Never did. And we're like, oh, man. And then the game started, and my son was like, I don't think Zaha wants to be out there. It doesn't even look like he's trying.
Yeah.
Like he's so frustrated. And because I'm so close, I don't know who the left back is. I'm going to share this real quick. But Zaha and the left back were not getting along. And I'm just going to show this real quick, and then I'll show you a screenshot because it's going to show a little bit what happened. This is what you typically see, the standard. Our right back is kind of being marked by their midfielder, and our outside back, our high winger is being marked by their outside back. Well, Zaha was like, I ain't doing that. I mean, Zaha literally refused to come back. So what happened was a lot of times Yamane would push so high, occupy this left back, which left Peck in a ton of space, or reverse. Peck would come in, the left back would have to respect Peck, and then Yamane would go out wide, which you saw in that first goal already. Yeah. And if you just look, I just have a screenshot, and this is, I don't know if the minute's on here. I don't think it is. It's early. I have a screenshot. If it'll open. There we go.
There it is.
Okay. And this is early, but if you look at this, here is Zaha.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Yamane, and here's Peck, and here's this poor left back. And you could just tell the entire game. This right here was a 2-on-1 almost the entire game.
Yeah.
Which led to those first two goals really, really, really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in some sense, Zaha certainly helped us create this overload. And this is something we've been asking for, right? All last season. Overload. Send a couple guys on one side. Overload. And now you see it happened by chance, and good things came out of it. Mm-hmm. My only concern about this is we don't get to play against someone like Zaha who is refusing to defend every week. We don't.
No,
right?
and with that being 100% true, what this still does though is it still forces the other team's hand. Because
you mean overloading?
Well, just by getting Yamane more into the attack, higher up when we have the ball, it forces the other team's hand.
Well, it forces this guy to make a decision.
Exactly.
Is he coming back? Or is he not? And he decided, I'm not.
But it forces their hand about how they're going to play.
Yeah.
Are they going to say, we are going to make sure that you can't beat us, and we're going to sacrifice potentially an attacking option? Or, you know what? We think that we have better players in different positions that we can win the ball, and then we have our own type of overload on the front line.
Oh, sorry, I did get that. It's the 28th minute.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's already 3-0, and this is still occurring.
But with that being said, you go, okay, well, now, hey, they're either going to sit back, which means now the recovery for, in this case, Yamane was a lot easier. Or in what Charlotte did is, hey, we're going to keep three high, and poor left back. He was 2v1, and then we just run at it.
100% agree. But my concern is, did it just play into our hand, or did we do? Was that a discussion? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, was this just happy circumstance, and it just happened that Yamane and Peck got into this overload situation and ran, and it just kind of, happened.
I know.
Or was it, hey, This is a decision. Now, I did see it was definitely a decision from Peck and Yamane. I saw them communicating. I saw them gesturing to each other like, hey, get up here, occupy him. Like literally like that. He was literally saying, get next to this left back.
Yeah.
And so they made that decision 100%. So credit to them. But
And that's what good players do. You know,
Sure.
You like, obviously, you know, we've both been in instances where, you know, when you're coaching and you're on the sideline, you know, sometimes you get hyper focused on the ball or you get hyper focused around there. And then a player comes to you and goes, hey, this is wide open. You go, oh, okay. And good players will recognize that. Professionals will definitely recognize that.
But in the past, Galaxy have not, the methodical, pedantic play we've been so upset with is a result of not creating those overloads, not finding that space, just sitting back and playing
And you know what?
your position, your role, and not being dynamic and finding those spaces. And they did in this game.
And I think that plays to what you were talking about last episode when we talked about you mentioned Vanny being just a little too safe.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you know, the whole he's not playing to win, he's just playing not to lose. But look, you got to be a little brave at times. You got to say, hey, you know what? If we're playing to not lose, we're giving them all the opportunities to dictate how the game is going to be played. But with this, we said it was almost like, and whoever made the ultimate decision, whether it was the players, whether it was Vanny, whether it just happened like this, whatever it was. But the fact that now it was, we're going to take this by the scruff of the neck and say, stop it. You're going to give it to us. We're going to keep playing it until you stop it.
That was good.
And that helps because us dictating the play, if it's going too fast and it starts getting too end to end, we already know that we can slow it down and calm the pace of the game down. I haven't seen in a non-Ricky, in a team without Ricky in it, haven't seen this a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I like it.
And one of the reasons we haven't seen it, I mean, obviously Ricky's not there, is, I mean, and we've been a little bit critical, is Peck hasn't been great. Peck had a great game.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
Peck had a great game, and that changes a lot. He needs to perform in these matches like we talked about before, and he did. Yeah, so we got the stats on the screen. 63. It's typical Galaxy stats, right? 63%
we dominated
possession.
Shocker.
Expected goals, though, we got 2.9 to 0.2. And again, shots on target, 1. And I'm telling you, again, Glesnes had a great game again.
Yeah.
I mean, game after game, this guy is performing and putting out fires. And again, here's for me, how you can tell a player's like super good. He just makes everything look so effortless, man.
Yeah.
And he's doing some last-ditch things. Sometimes he made a mistake a little bit. He misplayed a ball, and then he tackled it out, and I think he gave up a corner kick or something. But besides that, everything else, he's just there.
Yeah.
He just makes it look so, I'm already there. I'm already making the tackle. I'm where I need to be. Glesnes, for me, I mean, that is our best signing in a long time in terms of like a non-DP, like go out and get somebody. Like I mean, he's not a DP. He has been playing absolutely incredible. I'm a huge Glesnes fan. He did great.
Yeah, and I do like the, 14 total shots with 12 of them on target and 3 of them went in. That's a great conversion rate.
Again, and this is, I think a lot of this has to do with Peck, right? A lot of times he's kind of wasteful with shots. He was not. He hit the post and he made that cross, and I think he got another one on target.
Yeah, I have that down here in my notes also. About in the 16th minute, he had a shot that it wasn't the greatest because it was almost kind of right at the keeper, but still forced him into a save. But I think having and here's the thing though, okay, so. We talk about, we got João Klaus. We got this big target forward. Christian Ramirez is the same way.
By the way, and I don't know if you're following MLS, but Christian Ramirez scores in his debut for Austin FC. But good for him, right?
Yeah.
If you ever want to kickstart your career, you come to Galaxy and then you get the heck out.
Yeah.
And that will just kickstart your career.
And it's one of those things where you looked and you're like, wait a second. Christian Ramirez is the same thing. Big target forward. All you need to do is just provide opportunities.
But clearly he's not. Klaus's energy
and
is so much higher than Christian Ramirez.
I would like to know what the age difference is because
I think Klaus is younger than him. I think Ramirez is probably like 32 and Klaus is 28.
Okay, so in fairness, if we had the same if we had Christian Ramirez at the same age, how would it look? And again, but I'm saying like Christian Ramirez can still score goals. He's still a good target forward. Is still a good goal poacher. That first goal that João Klaus scored was a poacher's goal. Just be in the right spot, and just anything that comes in, you just make sure it goes from your foot into the back of the net. He wasn't doing anything crazy. So my thing is it clearly works.
Well, it worked in this game for sure.
Well, and it almost worked again because
I just like like I just said, I've been super impressed with Gledness. I have been super impressed with Klaus too. I think Klaus has been an amazing signing because again, what we just talked about, his energy and his he is passionate, and I think we missed a lot of passion. I mean, the ultra professionalism of some of our players, of like they're baseball players, right? Like I'm going to strike out 6 times in a row, and I'm just going to get back up there and do it again. But it's not baseball. Like soccer requires passion, and to have Klaus up there, like playing the way he's playing and playing how hard he's playing, and with the passion he's showing, is such a big help. And I think like Ramirez wasn't passionate. He didn't have that passion, and Klaus is just moving. I mean, you can tell, and everyone watching the game can tell. Klaus is giving 100%.
Yeah, you didn't see a lot of passion last year.
Running everywhere. No. And you need players like this, like Klaus, to step up and bring the passion.
Yeah.
So he's been great. And as you on our screen right now, I have the Thought Mob ratings and kind of the player stats. João Klaus, 9.0 rating. Mm. And you can see all the way down, really good ratings for the Galaxy according to the statistics. You have to go way down there. I don't even know. Kalina is the first player that's not a Galaxy player, and he's all the way down at the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, just absolute dominance by Galaxy. And if you look at, we've been talking about kind of aerial duels and stuff. Klaus, 2 of 2 aerial duels won. And so him bringing what he's bringing, I don't know. You know, I'm starting it where I will say this, watching this game now, we have definitely turned the corner on the terrible year of last year. I'm not sure where we stand in the grand scheme of things quite yet.
I think it's too tough to tell after 2 games.
But 2 things are very apparent to me. One, super upgrade with Gledness at center back. We're going to give up a lot fewer goals than we did last year because of Gledness. And Klaus's passion and movement and work rate are going to be extremely helpful on the attacking end. Mm-hmm. Now, there's still a lot of work to do to go from, Gledness to Klaus, and we've seemed to mess that up a little bit in previous games and last season. So there's still some question marks, but that's very clear, and it's very clear we're not going to be as bad as we were last year. It's just a matter of where are we?
Well, when you say going from Gledness to Klaus, I think that midfield trio showed that they can do it.
Right. So, I mean, this happens in soccer, right? And you say this all the time. I'm going through website after website. Here we go. Here's our starting lineup. Dominant performance, right? Really well done. You've got to think this is the starting lineup now, right?
I think you go, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right? I mean,
you just go with it.
These guys earn the right to go out there and do it again on Saturday. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
For me, I want to put Royce in. I want to put Nelson in. Even if Garces was available, I wouldn't do it at this point. I'd give Yoshida another run out.
Well, since you mentioned Garces, we saw about an hour and a half ago that he is actually ruled out of the game against Colorado with that foot injury.
Is that what is it a foot injury? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
All right.
yeah, because I remember I was in your office when.
Probably from
when
that
I saw
reckless
it.
tackle he put in on NYCFC.
But honestly,
You have to run this back, right?
Yes.
You have to.
Oh,
and what I
easy.
don't want to see, and granted, it's one performance, right? This is not the team that's going to save us necessarily.
Well, we
But
don't know yet.
I don't want to see
Don't
Royce
change it.
in there. I don't want
Don't
to see
change
Royce
it.
in there. Leave him out for now.
Until these midfielders show that they can't do
Right.
it, let them go.
It was really well done,
Yeah.
and you run it back and let's do it.
And Elijah Winder has shown that he can't, if he's the one asked to get forward, we saw at the end of last year he can. It looked like Sanabria was the one who was asked to get forward more than the other two. Obviously, Cerrillo is not going to be the box-to-box guy. He's going to be the hold down, holding midfielder. And he did very well.
Here's the thing, like we just talked about, right? Is winning the ball higher up the pitch is important. And this midfield of Sanabria, Cerrillo, and Winder, every one of them is a capable defender.
Yes.
And that helps a lot in shutting down those passing lanes, getting box to box. They all can get box to box as well. Putting those tackles in, and I think that was a pretty big reason why the game went the way it went, and we did so well. You put Royce in here, you're going to lose a lot of the defensive mobility and tackling ability by putting him on.
Yeah.
Now you could argue, okay, maybe you get more creative, but if we're putting 3 goals in because of our movement and our ability to win the middle, we don't need a more creative player. We just need to work hard. And I think Paintsel, Peck, and Klaus are good enough, a top 3, to if you can put the work in underneath them, I think they're gonna score goals. But it's really hard, and we've seen this. It's really hard to ask Peck and Paintsel to play back to goal in the middle third and end up creating something. They're not good at that. They lose the ball.
And with the balls that were played in to both of them, they were balls that found them when they were running. At number one, they got up to full speed, and it was just balls into the channel, and it was just go
Right.
and run.
Right.
And that is what they are best at.
Right. And even then, like, confidence and the flow of the game is really important in soccer. And Peck getting those chances early and having that space and getting that, you could see his confidence. He has not been good one-on-one, but his confidence throughout this game, all of a sudden he's now taking guys on and doing a scissor and getting space and putting a cross in, and he was not doing those things before. He was losing the ball there. So I really like this. I really like this right here.
Yeah.
This midfield 3, I think this is it. I think this is where we're at. I think this is what we need to do. And Royce comes in late in games, and he comes in for maybe off games at this point. But until these 3 prove they can't get it done, I think they need to be the 3.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. Yeah, and so like we said, Charlotte may not be too high up in the Eastern Conference. Definitely a game that you need to win for not only for a confidence boost, but number one, you get your first win under your belt. Number 2, you kind of get the fans to settle down a little bit.
Right, dude. This took a lot of pressure out of the building, man. I mean, that thing was like a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And if it kept building, like we talked about, forget Greg Vanney. I mean, Greg Vanney's he's a big enough boy. He's an adult. He knows at some point he's going to get fired, whether it's this year or 5 years down the line. Coaches get fired.
Yeah.
He's perfectly capable of doing that. He can handle it. He'll land on his feet. He'll do something. It's really tough though, as a organization and as the player, to be successful. If that pressure keeps mounting, everything just starts to go bad. So this released a lot of pressure out of the building, a lot of pressure off the players, a lot of pressure off Greg Vanney, and that's going to be good, I think, going forward.
Yeah, and I think that, like you said, not only do we have to run that lineup back, but you got to make sure that the tactics stay the same.
Well, we're playing, yeah.
Well, well, let's think about it, okay? Because if you do this against that San Miguelito team, right? If you just say, hey, we're just going to pump it forward, I don't think either game is that
San
close.
Miguelito sat back a lot. I'm not.
Yeah, fair.
You'd have to beat the low block first. And
Yeah, and I know I'm looking past Colorado right now, but I think that Mount Pleasant team is going to do the same exact.
We're going to
thing.
get to there in a second because I can guarantee you from the news I saw today, they're gonna be playing a low block.
So then let's go to Colorado on Saturday, or to the Colorado game. It's at home, but yeah,
No, Colorado's not at home.
Oh, is it?
No, it's in Colorado.
Oh, it's in Colorado. Okay, my bad.
I better be because I'm not. I'm not
fault.
planning on going to the digs.
My fault. But yeah, I mean, get to Colorado and do the same thing. If they're going to change it, we know how to beat it. And
Let's put this to bed. One last little note on the game is the game got forward. Klaus named to the MLS Match Day 2 team, which fully deserved. Great game, great job. Dejan Joveljic was also on there. I mean, he left on good terms. He needed to leave.
Mark Delgado's there too.
And Mark Delgado, who scored an uncharacteristic goal, right? Doesn't score many goals for LAFC this past weekend.
Yeah. Is that also on the bench players? Is that also Christian Ramirez?
And Christian Ramirez.
Oh, okay.
So some G's on that team, but
Yeah.
there you go. So a great game, and as we look forward, one more thing. Let's look. I'm not sure where we land, as we just talked about, in terms of the 30 MLS teams. Where are we? Lots of people are talking, and MLS has their power rankings by Sam Jones, and I think
There's Timo Werner right there.
I think someone Tom Bogart did one as well, and they basically have the Galaxy in the same spot. LAFC number 1, so the Evil Empire 1 and 2, Miami number 2, and Galaxy is 11th here, and I think Tom Bogart had us a little higher. I think maybe this is fair assessment at this point,
Okay.
but 11th is good. That's playoffs. I think we're a playoff team right now, especially the way Glesnes is playing. I think we're going to be even when we play bad, I think we're going to be very tough to beat with Cerrillo, Glesnes, Hack, Sanabria, Winder. I think we got a lot of tools to hold teams back. So I think we're going to be tough to beat. Just a matter of how many goals we can get in. So I don't know. We're right now ranked 11th. Who's ahead of us? FC Cincinnati and Chicago Fire. Where's Colorado? We play Colorado this weekend,
Yep.
and they're sitting in 19th place. So let's take a look at that.
They also won this week.
They did win this weekend.
Beat Portland.
Beat Portland, and they lost to Seattle in Seattle.
What a rough way to start the year.
I mean, they started in Seattle,
Yeah.
and they lost to Seattle,
and Portland.
and then they come to Portland, and or they come back. No, they were in Colorado, right? I don't know.
Sure. Doesn't
Let's
matter where
take
the
a
game was played, they won it.
Well, it does kind of matter because no one wins away games in MLS usually. So yeah, they were
It was
at home.
in Portland, okay.
So they were at Colorado.
Oh, my bad.
MLS lists home
I
teams
forgot.
first.
Yeah, it's soccer.
So Seattle, away to Seattle, they lose 2-0. Home against Portland, they win 2-0. And those are 2 tough games because they would consider those 2 teams their 2 rivals. So they had to get right out of the gate and play against Seattle and Portland. So, and then obviously they're home against LA Galaxy, 6:30 p.m. Obviously Apple TV. And did you watch any? I kind of watched the Colorado game. I watched a lot of games this weekend, but Colorado's one of them. And Chris, I didn't know this, but they got a new player this year.
Colorado did?
Yeah.
Who'd they get?
You're going to laugh.
Am I?
They got Rob Holding
Wow.
at center back. Starting center back is Rob Holding.
Wow.
So, he's pretty good. I mean, he's probably definitely past his prime, but he was good at one point.
Former Arsenal and He played for Fulham, didn't he? Also,
He did play for Fulham, yes.
Yeah.
As everyone does. They leave Arsenal, go to Fulham.
I was about to say that's got to be like the 7th person recently.
So they have Rob Holding. They have Paxton Aronson. They
Yeah.
looked pretty dynamic. Aronson looked really good.
Does
They had
Mihailovic still play for Colorado?
he was not on the field if he's
Okay.
there. That's a
don't know
good question. I'll have to check the bench. We can check the bench in a second. They got Reggie Cannon, old U.S. men's national team B team player. They have Navarro up top.
Yeah,
He's always kind of a handful. He's kind of like a brute of a player. He plays hard, gets in good spots.
Yeah, was it 2024? 2023. I went to the Galaxy away game at Colorado. Got to watch Kevin Cabral play.
All right, congratulations.
Saw just an epic 0-0 draw. Honestly, I will say though, it is a great stadium. It's a great
that's
thing because
I definitely want to get there.
it's nice because it's out away from the city, but they're building up kind of, around it. So there's the actual stadium and then there are fields around it. So they'll play games around it and everything. And then they have the parking areas and everything, and you can tailgate, just right there. And it's really nice and it's big, it's open, it's a lot of open space. And then you get in, it's very like Dignity Health, where it's kind of sunk down a little bit. You enter up and you
go down.
But they have a lot of standing room stuff in the corners. It's a really nice place to play.
Definitely definitely a place I want to get to.
Yeah, and just outside of Denver, kind of when you're hitting that evening game, sunset and everything, it's fantastic. It was a fantastic atmosphere. But just go in the summer so it's not snowing.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold.
Don't go now. Go in the summer.
Yeah, so they got some players. So they have Lucas Harrington at center back. Do you know who Lucas Harrington is? Of course you don't, because he's 18 years old.
Wow.
But he's a baller. Apparently, he did pretty well.
Okay.
And then I think one of the things I had to look up these ages because I'm like, who? By the way, I just checked. Mihailovic was not even on the bench, so I'm not sure if he's injured or not on the team anymore.
Okay.
But so they got Paxton Aronson, Rob Holding. Aronson's young. Navarro and Cannon are kind of old guard kind of players. Harrington's 18-year-olds, and then they had a bunch of like 20, 22-year-olds in all these positions. So they're a younger team.
Yeah, so they because they haven't been on the high end of the Western Conference for a little bit, or for the last few years. So they must have just been saying, "Hey, we're gonna go young and we're gonna develop players." And
yeah, I think last time they were good, Tony Miola was there, maybe. Wait, does Colorado have a championship?
I don't think so.
They do with Marcelo Balboa, right? I don't know.
You have a computer in front of you, dude.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care that much.
Yeah. But I was a little sad, though, to see Paxton Aronson leave Germany, because it seemed like every time his name was popping up, it was either a goal or an assist.
Yeah.
Or he was playing.
I mean,
he was doing really well.
I just bring this up because I don't think typically we were talking about Colorado, like we can win that game, and we were also talking about, though, like in the next 5 we can go 4 wins, one draw.
Well, we're off. We got one in the win column, so
We got one in the win column. A win at Colorado would be great. It's going to be tough, I think. It's going to be tougher than I think we initially thought, watching the Colorado team.
Oh yeah, no, it should not be a cakewalk.
No.
But I think with this, if this was an implemented tactic, like a thought out implemented tactic, and not just wait a second, let's completely switch it up in game. It could. I don't want to say it's going to be a quick 3-0 in the first 15 minutes again, but we could put a goal in early.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be tough. I mean, away is always tough.
Yeah.
Then you have the altitude to deal with. That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
And then they got some good young guys, right? I mean, Paxton Arison's going to be running at you. He looked really good. Paxton Arison looked really good running at the defense. Rob Holding and Harrington at center back, they looked pretty solid. They got Navarro, who's always been a kind of a bruiser up top, and some of these young guys and looking to make a name. I think it's gonna be a tough game. So hopefully we can get a win out there. And again, 6:30 Apple TV. Everyone, stay tuned for that. And I mean, I don't know. We got 4 points in 2 games.
Emergency game, I'm good with that.
It's pretty good. That's
Well,
pretty good.
didn't get our first actual win last year until what?
I don't know.
May, June?
I know we didn't tie for the first 6 games. I don't know. How many points did we have through like 16 games? We were winless.
We were winless through 16.
So we must have had like we tied
we had a
several
bunch
times.
of draws.
But even if you had a bunch of draws, we must have had like 6-7 points after 16 games last
Yeah,
year.
it
We
was
have 4 now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's definitely trending the right direction. Like I said, I'm not sure where we are in terms of the pecking order, but we're not at the bottom anymore.
I think that's also not. I mean, yeah, it's always nice to know. You always kind of want to use the rest of the league as a barometer for how well you're doing and kind of looking into the future. But I honestly think it sounds super cliche, but just one game at a time.
Yeah, well,
Let's
for
just-
sure.
Let's just
Because
take
there's still questions, right? We
Yeah.
still have Tommy to add into this, and
Yeah.
we don't know where he's at. Garces has put a big question mark on himself now because of the red card and now the injury, and he made a couple mistakes, and so now
Yeah.
is it Yoshida? And we still have this hack thing going on.
Well, yeah, and like we just said, we saw those three do it. And in the 3, there's no Justin Hack and there's no Marco
and
Royce.
that's a big question, right? I mean, Royce I can understand, and I think Royce is fine. He'll find his way back into the team at some point, no problem. Hack is an interesting thing, though. I mean, we went and got Hack, and we have this kind of
He's
gentleman's
already-
agreement to make him like a Galaxy player long term, and now looking at these results, there's not a spot for him, and that's a weird situation.
In all fairness, we're only 2 league games and
Sure,
4 total
sure.
games in.
But I would imagine if you're Hack, you would have liked to solidify that spot early on. Like
of course.
I am this guy, and
Yeah.
it's kind of gone the opposite way. It's kind of been like, oh, he's looked okay. Wow, this midfield 3 really looked good, right? Sanabria has looked better than Hack. Surreal has looked better than Hack, and
Yeah.
Winder has looked better than Hack in this last game.
Mm-hmm.
And you still have to throw Royce in there, and you still got to throw Tommy in the mix. So Hack the Hack situation's in a weird place.
Yeah, the good thing with Eric Tommy is he can also play on the wing. And when you looked at a lot of the games before he got hurt, it was trending more in the direction of him being a winger rather than the 10.
Yeah.
So that's good because for squad rotation, if something happens with either Peck or Paintsel, Paintsel is going, you would imagine Painsel's going to the World Cup. So if something happens, God forbid, if anything happens to him there,
for sure.
or he comes back and you're just like, okay, we want to give you a rest, but we still have games to play.
We still have no idea how good Tommy looks in this system. We've never seen him live. There's a lot of questions.
No, and you said last week, like his stock was rising just for the pure and simple fact that he wasn't playing.
Hey, he didn't rise this weekend.
No,
poor Tommy's like, hey, what's going on?
It's kind of cooled off because everybody did very well.
I still think one of the things we should be taking a look at, because Yoshida gave the ball away a couple times cheaply, even in this game.
Yeah, we know that's going to happen.
Okay, so let's try the Glesnes Hack thing, and we haven't done it yet.
Or, hey Maya, kick it to the other corner. You get the ball, kick it to the other corner. That's easy.
For sure. But I mean, you have to actually. I understand. Yoshida's good. He's had a good couple games, but I'm still asking myself, is Hack Glesnes still a better center back pairing? And if it is, I don't care how good or you think Yoshida is. If that's the best center back pairing, then you have to at least give it a go and try it.
You know what the good thing is about Justin Hack? He's not 38 years old.
Yeah. He doesn't look absolutely gassed after every run.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, so I think the Hack thing is interesting. I don't know where that's going to lead, but it is good. I will say it is good, and it always usually leads to good things when you have the competition at center mid that the Galaxy are currently having, right? All those guys have got to be competing. They all know there's 3 spots for like 6 of us, and that's just gonna raise the competition level and the standard, and that's all good news.
Yeah, and as a coach, Vanny's got to be looking at that, and you and I have been in these situations where something isn't working, and you're just trying to fit pieces in, and you go, all right, let's see if this will work, and then something does, you I mean, I've done this. I've turned around to the bench or the next day at training and just gone, that's our 3. Any of
I know.
you guys who thought you were in that, want to try and want to compete for that,
There
you
you
go.
have the toughest part of coaching ever. People think it's the tactics and the training. It's not. It's sitting down and telling Marco Royce, you're not going to be involved because this is my 3. It's telling Hack, you're not going to be involved because this is my 3. You got to deal with those personal things, and those 2 aren't going to be happy not being on the field.
I don't know about Marco Royce. He might be okay with not being
I
on the
don't know.
field.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not a mind reader, but Southern California in March is a lot better than Dortmund
Oh, well, yeah.
in terms of weather. So,
And he just signed a renewal, so he loves it
Yeah.
here.
yeah, but honestly, with Justin Hack, you just you go, hey man, you didn't have a great 3 games, or 2 games, whatever. I don't know how many of the San Miguelito games he played. It's like we tried something else and it worked. And again,
I just
brought you in.
I hope he gets a shot at center back because maybe that's his best position, and not to try him there, I think would be foolhardy.
Well, then let me jump past Colorado again, and that
Great.
one of those Mount Pleasant games could be.
Hey, I got a
Justin
great
Hack
game for you. I think
Glesnes.
are we home to begin with?
Yeah, we start at home this time,
Okay.
and then we go to.
Are you ready for this
Jamaica.
news then?
Yeah, sure.
Visa issues depletes Mount Pleasant ahead of LA Galaxy. The Mount Pleasant team will be without 10 first-team
What?
players when they face Major League Soccer side LA Galaxy. So we're probably already heavily favored. They're coming here minus 10 first-team players.
Because of visa
This
issues.
could either be the most exciting Galaxy game you've ever seen or the most boring Galaxy game you've ever seen, depending upon what we decide to do. Because 10 first-team players is a lot for an underdog to be without.
Who is this written by? Robert Bailey. In what?
What website?
Yeah.
The Star.
Okay. I don't know how.
Christie said that visa issues will significantly impact the squad selection, particularly affecting several key players. The Mount Pleasant Football Academy have been preparing for this championships well because we understand the assignment and we understand what it means to the people of St. Anne and by extension, the Jamaican people. We are limited as it relates to traveling visas for some of our players and some
really
very
weird.
key players at this moment.
Okay.
Notwithstanding, we still have to go out there and put in our best shift. It would be ideal if we could have access to our entire squad, but it is a known fact that a decent part of the core of our team are from Haiti, and those players at this time are barred from traveling into the United States.
Oh, okay.
So all the Haitian players, I guess, can't get visas to enter the United States right now.
Okay.
So a core of their team will not be there. So to your point, maybe a great time to try Hack at center back.
It might be. Yeah. Here, hold on.
Chris is writing on the paper a secret note to me in code or drawing a picture.
No.
I'm not sure.
I drew here. I think you could see it better on yours. That's the that'll be the Mount Pleasant formation.
Yes.
A 10-1.
Right.
Jose
So
Mourinho, eat your heart out. Park the bus. They're going to park the cruise ship.
they're going to have to, right?
Yeah.
They're going to have no option
Yeah.
except to play a low 2-block system.
No, they're
And-
going to play one block
And
of 10.
And what are we going to do is the question. We're looking a little bit ahead. We're looking past Colorado, but at the same time, are we just going to horseshoe that
Well-
ball around and play the most boring soccer ever, or are we going to go after it?
You got to go after it. You honestly have to say, you have to turn this into a goal scoring
Well,
competition.
especially if you're home and they're depleted.
Yeah,
you
you
got to get
have
the goal
to.
differential up
You
because
have
then you
to.
could go to Jamaica
We-
with a
we could have
6-goal
we
lead
could-
or something.
We could have 10 players have visa issues because the Jamaican government could be like, nah,
Yeah.
we aren't going to issue you guys visas.
So
I don't know how that works.
I mean, we want to get a big lead going into
you got it. Yeah.
into Jamaica so that we can
Yeah.
figure that part out. We can figure it out here. Rest players there.
Yeah.
And
If you're Greg Vanny, you go in and you say this is a goal scoring competition. You put a bonus and you say the most goals, you say, or you know what, you give a team bonus, extra $2,000 to everybody if we score X amount of goals.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's going on. last bit of news I have is the Philip Coutinho keeps popping up, although it popped up in a different way this time, where I think it was who's our president?
Will Klein?
No, Will Kuntz.
Will Kuntz?
Will Klein?
Whatever. I got caught up between
Chris
Will
Klein
Kuntz
and Will Kuntz combined as one. And we have Will Klein. Wait, is Will Kuntz just Chris Klein in a costume?
Are you Chris Klein in disguise?
So anyways, Will Kuntz, I believe on the latest Kobe Club, mentions we did have contact with Philip Coutinho. We were interested in Coutinho. But he insinuates a little bit that we went a different direction, and that's where the Tommy signing came in. So It was kind of old smoke and fire, but there was something there, but it appears to be not moving forward at this point because we brought in Tommy instead of Coutinho, which also tells you a little bit about what they brought Tommy in to do. So if it was between those two, they went with Tommy. They're looking for Tommy to play that 10 spot. It looks like to me, but...
Yeah. Well, yeah, because and then if you think about it, we still haven't really seen. We haven't seen Herbert Miller yet.
He did get on.
He got on in the second San Miguelito game, right?
I think he got on this last game,
Oh,
right?
did
We
he?
brought in Nascimento and I don't remember.
Is Nascimento going to be suspended for? You got to remember, we are 3 out of the 4 games this year. We have a player suspension.
Yeah.
2 red cards in 4 games.
And I'm sure Peck's going to be working on his
Oh yeah, he's going to go for
his suspension.
Yeah, but he does his in 5s. Takes him 5 games to get his suspension because he just gets a bunch of yellows for dissent.
Let's see. I think
I told hey, you whoever's listening to this, and it may not be many of you, but you guys can go back to last season. I said Will Kuntz, if the Galaxy front office should fine Peck every time for not using his right foot, fine him now for if he gets a yellow card for dissent, fine him.
I like that.
Fine him.
Shut your mouth and play.
The what's it called? Like English teams do this.
And every time someone goes down with an injury with their hands up and is not actually injured, find them too.
Yeah, if you go down and referee doesn't call a foul and you're not up and sprinting back, whether you get there or not is one thing. But if you're not up and sprinting back, fine him for that.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Anyways, as you see, Herbert Miller came on in the 78th minute.
For Yamane, so he probably played a little bit deeper.
Yeah, he played right back.
Did Ramos Jr. come on and then get yellow?
Ramos Jr. came on in the 82nd minute. Got a yellow in the 88th.
Awesome.
Hey, he wanted his name on the score sheet. I would like to. These are questions we have though, and there's going to come times this season where we're going to have to use Herbert Miller, and Ruben Ramos Jr. and Cuevas in larger roles over larger periods of time.
Well,
and so we need to put them in against Mount Pleasant or smash Mount Pleasant and put them in away at Mount Pleasant and give them 90 minutes. You know?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. How you mentioned last pod about against a team that is not going to be as good, telling the starters, "Hey, you got to get this done, so that the other guys can play."
Vanny talks a whole lot about managing minutes and managing his time and managing the mental load and the travel and all this. Dude, there's a real simple solution. Beat these teams handily, and you get to rotate and you get to rest. Stop throwing out the same lineup. Please don't go play Mount Pleasant, play the starters, and win 1-0 or tie 1-1, and then have to do the whole thing again the next week. Go out there, handle your business. Let's get it done, and then we can rotate, and we can stop complaining about all this travel and mental load and crap. Let's get it done.
Yeah. Well, and it becomes very simple. I mean, at least in my head, you just go, look, here's like I would walk in with both lineups and go, here's what we're playing at home, here's what we're playing away. I'm not changing this unless somebody gets hurt. So if you want to keep going in this competition, you guys better find a way with these because
get it done.
Number one, that manages minutes. Number two, it could manage the travel load because if we crap the bed and we're out of the tournament, we're traveling less.
It'd be real nice to smash them and have the ability to leave a couple players in
Yeah,
LA and not have to travel to.
See, I would anyway.
Yeah.
I would just say this is the team that's going to be in LA, and this is the team that's going
I don't
to
know.
Jamaica.
I don't know if I would do that. It's kind of how important is Champions Cup? I think it's pretty important. I think there's a lot of money to be had in Champions Cup, and that will help the Galaxy. And I think the further you go, maybe even there's MLS mechanisms that give you more GAM the further you go.
Okay.
And if you stay in Champions Cup, which I think you could do by obviously winning Champions Cup, that also gets you more general allocation money for the next year because you're in it again.
Yeah.
So I think there's some importance to it. But I agree that the starters got to handle business.
Yes.
You got to handle business so that we have the opportunity to rotate. Because here's what I would say. I would say I'd approach it a little differently than you. I would say if we don't win this game handily, and then you got to play 3 games in 8 days, I don't want to hear you complaining about the time and the travel and how tired you are. You have an opportunity right now to play 90 minutes and put this to bed, and then you could take a rest. But if you can't get it done, then don't complain to me about how tired you are or the mental load.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Even better, you'll get a rest, and you won't even have to leave the country.
Yeah.
You can stay at home in your own bed.
And we'll even pretend you had a foot issue or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Was it, he was feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a viral thing.
Personal reasons.
Yeah.
We got a little ankle issue.
Greg, that's your entire starting lineup. And
We got a leg issue. They all ran into each other.
ran into each other.
They all finished the fitness test at the same time, but they all ran into each other.
Yeah, but I really think if, yes, you're going to have to beat the cruise ship.
Yeah.
You're going to have to beat a 1-9
Yeah.
or a 9-1 or a 10-0.
It could definitely be an ugly game, but it also could be an exciting game, and it's just who knows. It's going to come down to how much the Galaxy are willing to push, and then obviously you have to finish your chances.
Yeah.
Because if you let teams that are going to sit back hang around, and you are wasteful with chances, pretty soon you'll find your chances drying up because they're figuring stuff out a little bit, and you get frustrated. And then
stick around,
it's a long day.
The more hope they have.
Yep.
Will Kuntz, tell them $2,000, and if we win, we'll go to pizza after. It's the greatest motivation
On
ever.
me. Pizza on me.
Pizza on me, and the first arcade game you want to play, I will give you your quarters.
Exactly.
There it is. That's how you motivate a team, Will and Greg.
You tell them. All right. Well, I think that's all we got. Leave a comment, obviously, and you can email us at finalthirdgalaxypodcast@gmail.com. We certainly appreciate everyone listening and everyone watching and everyone leaving comments. We read them all one of them, 2 of them, and I print them out, and they go on my wall, and I just stare at them
They go on the
blissfully
fridge.
all day sometimes. Yeah. So we appreciate it.
These pods are a lot more fun when we win.
They are.
We
weren't very negative at all.
No. Although we have a lot less to talk about.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, we won.
Yeah, we won. We did good.
Okay.
Good job, guys. All right. See you guys next week.
Yeah, we talk about the good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so there's more content we lose, but it's a lot more fun when we win.
Yes. Yes, it is.
we
I will
talk
take
about
it all day. So
That should have been, you know what? I should have motivated you. I should have said, hey, you don't speak negative all the time. We'll go to a pizza. We'll go get a pizza.
now that we're all positive and we're all good, now we better do something in Colorado. Maybe it's us, and maybe we just need to be negative and super critical about everything.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So again, 6:30 on Saturday, pay Apple TV, and then we play midweek Wednesday, I think. And we'll see you guys next week at some point.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thanks for listening.
We're gonna try and get these out a little earlier in the week.
Yeah.
We had to shuffle schedules around, but we're gonna do it.
We're trying to figure some stuff out here.
Yeah.
Okay. We're trying to figure some stuff out. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.